to Annapolis, Maryland, and the Naval Academy, where we're honored to watch some of the nation's finest square off on the gridiron. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Plows through the defense. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Off to the races to the right. 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air, it's Flowers. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Quick step and go. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Miz are always going to have a threat to run it at quarterback, whether it's Ricky Dobbs or Kaiponoa Kaheaku and Hata.
And in those guys, what do they all have in common? When you play quarterback at Navy, you got to be able to make a lot of decisions on every single play. Make them fast and make the right ones.
Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Release to the back. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to win.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Quickly complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Dennis. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Dennis.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick strike complete. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Take the top off. Hits him inside the 20. Still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Navy was pinned deep, and now a chance to put together a drive. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And he's going to score. Touchdown, midshipman. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the extra point was good. And he'll bring it back. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. pulled and fired complete. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Here comes the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll go to the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Navy now in trouble here on third and long. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Missouri! The defense putting points on the board.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Her route seems simple, but when you time it like that so it's right on him, man, that's a tough play to stop.
And give the receiver a lot of credit, too, because he knew where the sticks were. He got his depth on the route to the football. All young receivers can learn from this guy right here. Come back to the ball and help your quarterback out.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Navy quick to the line.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run.
Makes a catch at the 15.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see what he can do with the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. Will the offenses continue to walk it up and down the field, or is there a defensive stop somewhere as we start the second quarter? So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Escapes the... Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
How great is it if you're a defensive coordinator that you know I can put 6 DBs on the field in my dime package and I can still get home rushing 4. My guys up front are better than your guys, and we're going to go prove it. And they did just that.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Navy will go back on the attack. For 6, we'll see if they can do it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Green. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Flowers. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Punt in the air on 4th down. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself, give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Turning it on. Inside the 50. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the football and moves the chains.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and set the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of distance between them and the stick down. On the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
They've got a productive drive late in the half. Gets the back moving. They want to run this quarterback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Flips it out to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On third completion here. Might be looking to run. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Well, here's an interesting situation after that incompletion for the offense all of a sudden, because you've had success. You've scored 2 touchdowns on your first 2 drives. You've got to be playing with a lot of confidence. Does that carry over and make you feel like going for it here on 4th down? You've got the playmakers. You've made some big plays early in this game. Field position would say you should punt it, but what does the head coach decide to do?
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Hill. And I think they'll run that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Finds his man. It's Williams. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Stokes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete. But if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to pass, it's Flowers. Throwing right. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Catch in stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Navy quick to the line. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. Got him in the open. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking for a crease to the left. Runs for the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Dropping back, it's Flowers. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
1st down and more. There he goes. Touchdown, Missouri. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And Navy will go back on the attack. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Flowers. Makes the catch, it's Williams.
Why do they call it a curl route? You see the wide receiver, he stems to the top of his break, and when he breaks, he curls back towards the football, finds the little hole in the zone. Great throw by the quarterback to hit him.
The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Green. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. On the option. The pitch. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitch man. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th.
Makes a grab past the marker. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Touchdown, midshipman. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He'll take the return, trying to get better field position. And the returner will be knocked down. MIzzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. Inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over UConn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Navy offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw again. Here comes the heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on second down. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to throw. It's Flowers. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Hill. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Navy quick to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by... Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not... The offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Caught behind the line. It's Terry. Oh, he's got some space. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. Got the first down. Looking for more. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking downfield, it's King. Can't connect on his first throw.
What do you do now if you're the offense, right? After that incomplete fourth down, but you've driven the entire field. At this point, do you just say, we got to go for a touchdown, or do you just pay the drive off by kicking a field goal?
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. On the option. Thrust that arm out. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Flowers. Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The midshipmen come to the line facing third and short. breaks a tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He'll try the left side. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Using his feet. Turning it on. Past the first down marker and still running. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week one, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this, this coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
Missouri, 59, Navy, 21.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Flowers. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Navy will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field, on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.